Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. The more I think about it, the more I think Elizabeth Sobek screwed up. She planned this out to make sure they had plenty of time. That's what the extended life treatments are for. But I think she made it so they had too much time. If Ted had been, say, killed before he had a chance to do any of this, if he was killed right after Gaia was locked down for the future, everyone else should have been killed. They should have had someone with a secret plan who had no knowledge of anything else.
Good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Yeah. Very clever. Sylens. How the heck are we supposed to get down here? Oh, okay. They don't want us to jump. They want us to repel. Oh, we're gonna have to do a trust fall, though. Okay, we managed to grab onto it. Good, because otherwise that would have been dead.
Keep holding.
Okay, we lived. Okay, so we need to go back to the workshop here. I'm not even sure which way we need to go for that, so let's see. Let's take us down to where we repelled before. So we should be able to work our way back up, right? Maybe? Yeah, that looked like something we could grab onto there, but maybe not. Okay, hold on. What am I missing here? But yeah, that would have been... I mean, Sobek isn't cruel enough to imagine that possibility, so I think it's kind of fitting for her character that she didn't, but still, it seems like something somebody should have considered. Somebody military, maybe, should come up with the idea of make sure the plan succeeds, and once the plan succeeds, kill everyone involved in the plan. Okay, so we've already done this, right? Yeah, this is the dead end. Okay. So how do we get up again? So that's the repelled line we took. So I was correct, that was the way down. The question is, how do we get back up to where we want to be here? And I'm kind of just half-assing this, but there's got to be like an actual way up. So down near where the rappel line is? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'll admit, I didn't see that before. To be fair, it's kind of blurry here. So come over this way. Yeah, there we go. That's our way up. Okay, so then this is the workshop. Or this is the way to the workshop, anyway. Wasn't there an elevator shaft over here? Should be pretty simple to get to, I think. Yeah, here we go. And just work your way up here. And over? Yeah, over this way. Okay, I got you. Okay, so Sylens should also scan the override.
Here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
There's more?
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, That's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
We got nothing but time
Then
right
get
now.
started.
Yeah.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
That's pretty clever AI there.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
So there's accusatory, and then there's, I don't know, forgiveness? Accusatory, he already feels bad. He hides it well, but he does. He's tried to make up for his mistakes. I totally actually believe this one. He's done what he can. I was worried there for a second that he was going to betray us, but it actually seems like he's made the appropriate logical choice depending on his actions, and he also feels sorry for what he's done.
You've done terrible things, Sylens. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really?
Really. So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Sylens! Where will you go?
Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Okay, congratulations, you've inherited a workshop. I have no idea what good that'll do, but okay. Oh, I guess we have to actually apply it. Got a data point. That's new.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Sylens, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? Divine timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundom's reign. Divine Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja. Now that's more like it.
And then another data point over here. 2 more data points. What do we got? Continue the conversation? Buried shadow.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, loosened Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you. What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing.
Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Wow. Wow. Very well briefed. That's impressive.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing?
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Sylens.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Okay, so now we just adjust this spear. When you finally get a brand new spear. It's bound to happen eventually. At least I'm assuming that's what we're making here. It's a brand new spear. Yep, there we go. Sylens Lance. So now if I look at... Crafting isn't going to do it. Inventory? Yeah, it replaced our spear. Okay. And a heavy shock attack as well. That's cool. Alright.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
How in the world am I supposed to get down this way? There's a rappel thing there, but I have to get to it. Or I can just fast travel. Can I fast travel? Are they gonna let me? If I go up a level, can I fast travel here? I can. Okay. So we don't need to do anything special. Okay, so I mean, easiest method would be if they let us go here, and it looks like they're going to. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm kind of surprised the city is not under siege yet. But it's possible we might get there just in time for the siege and have to break out from the inside. That seems likely. Okay, but it's good to know Guy already sent out the deactivation code for the machines. That would actually make sense. That explains the 700-year timeline. It probably took her 400 years or so to break the codes. And then once that was done, she transmitted. And then it was another 300 years of the first terraforming effort. So we might actually still be in the first effort. I was wondering if maybe there was already a failed effort. But that does not seem to be the case. So, okay. The timeline matches up, kind of. Not entirely sure how Gaia built the transmission tower without being knocked down, but I guess... I don't know, that would have been a hell of a fight. I mean, maybe since she didn't do it with organics, she was able to build her own machines. I mean, the cauldrons had to be made by somebody. Right? So if the cauldrons were made when they were making Gaia... Yeah, she might have been able to send out an army of her own machines. Some of them would have been corrupted by the original Titans, but by the Pharaoh Titans, but I think it still would have worked. Oh, damage file repaired. Sobek Journal. Okay, what do we got? Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship bridges on those cheesy old SF vids. Living spaces for Alpha's already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office and lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me as an all-seeing presence. Opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harry's recorded his presentation yesterday. Suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, holo theaters, and first resident block of ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pacific Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be. Snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Gonna catch a few hours sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Harry's promised delivery of QB, probably quantum block lattices by noon. Expect Mark 1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I'm to launch Gaia at 06T grounding. From there I'll spin her up past 1.0T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.38T record. MIE can go hang. Probably used to be MIT. 1.3AT is probably teraflops. Not sure that would actually be enough to spawn an AI, but I know very little about engineering. I should probably save. Do a quick save. I'm not sure I saved since we got the armor, so... Okay, we're all set up. Right, lots of merchants. No big deal. I don't think I care about the merchants. These are specialty merchants anyway, so they're not going to have anything I want.
Arrested 2 for disorderly
I've already basically gotten everything I want from these guys anyway. I think we turned in all the metal flowers and Banooks and whatever else. And we're totally set up. It's now just a matter of warning the Sun King that, you know, it's all going to fall apart. This is the right way, right? No, actually. That is the way out. What I want to do is probably go this way. Well, we're going to get our first battle, no doubt. It's going to be a huge one at that. On the upside, we'll be all free and clear to deal with machines. Okay, go to the Palace of the Sun. Yep, we gotta go talk to the Sun King. Okay, that's expected. Let's go. Is this the way? Yes, okay. Yeah, he's here at the Spire. Excuse me, can you use your Spire for a minute? It'll take a minute, maybe. Actually, I need to go plunge this into Hades' head, huh? Okay, so Spire's not useful to me, it's only useful to Hades.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Can you just
Aloy,
knock down the Spire?
allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Okay, now we need to talk to Blameless Marad. Hopefully he lives up to his name, because I would really hate for there to be a traitor in our midst all of a sudden. Where the hell is Blameless Marad? Oh, he's down there. Okay. Well, we need to go that way anyway if we're to help fortify the defenses. Why do we need to talk to him? Probably because he's talking to Aaron.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
You're an ally to the Sun.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
We might need to.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Okay, so that was clearly a mark of, hey, in case you have stuff. You know, side quests. I guess we do technically have a couple of side quests, but I don't care. It's fine. We can rest before the final battle. Review preparations at the ridge. Oh, the Spire's over here. I didn't realize the Spire was separate. For some reason, I thought the Spire was up here near the Sun King, but I don't know why I thought that. We ever seen the Spire? Not sure we have. I mean, we've been to this estate. How the heck do we even get to the Spire? It looks like... I don't even know. Looks like we'd have to climb. Alright, so let's do the preparations to the ridge and then see what else is up. We'll rest later if that's what it comes to, but we have to rest before the final battle because that's how they're going to get us to a new instance of this area, which makes sense. I'm kind of worried that they haven't seen anything at the west. If they haven't seen anything at the west, then maybe they're gonna go around. Oh right, that's right. We need to take an elevator, don't we? Shit, I don't even remember how to take the elevators, but we'll find out. We could fast travel, but prefer not to. But yeah, it really seems like if there's nobody at the west, then maybe they won't be approaching that way, because that'd be a little bit too obvious, right? I don't know. Maybe it's... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's fine. Take all the supply crates I can get right now. I thought the elevator... Okay, so that's the elevator there. That's probably the way we need to go then.
An army on the edge of the city. Look for cover. Don't get trapped.
Can I go down the stairs this way? I mean, there's water up here, which is weird. Oh, this is not an elevator. Nope, these are just guard platforms. Yep, that's definitely the elevator I want to take. Okay. Also a fire over there that apparently I've never lit. Okay, so we're going to go around the long way, I guess, to get to this fire. I mean, learning this now probably doesn't do me any good. Probably should have learned this earlier. but that's okay. Guard there's just kind of lazing. Do not appreciate that. Don't you know it's going to be the end of the world? I'm not sure which one. I mean, everyone's saying they're here, they're here. They're totally not here yet. Right, need to do this. That's what I need to do. The thunk. There you go. That'll raise the elevator up, assuming no one else is waiting for it. And you see the elevators going up and down. You see the counterweights moving. It's like super clever. I do wonder how these elevators work. I mean, the counterweights... So right now, modern elevators, they work by computer control adjusting the counterweights to move the elevators up and down. Obviously, that can't be true now. Here, is there? Could they actually have machines be able to pull that off? Maybe? And they have the counterweights. I don't know. I'm still thinking slaves, even though they said they outlawed slavery. Maybe not slaves. Maybe like actual workers that they pay. With the counterweights, it wouldn't be that bad. It's doable. You could even do it with like 2 people once you have the counterweights all set up. Then you just wait for the bell to ring, and you set it off. I don't know. I'd be interested to see the internal mechanisms of this thing, just see how it works. Alright, so let's go over to the ridge and see what preparations they've made there. Then we'll go to the spire and talk to the other Nora. See if they'd be willing to,
A woman now leads the Hunter's Lodge, only because no
see if they'd be willing to have a royal audience, or see just how the preparations are going. Either one works. Okay, so here's the ridge. Maybe. And we're at the ridge. There's a lot of machines over there. There's a heavy weapon there. I mean, that's a good preparation there, right? Hey, Petra.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge Woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
So this is the cannon, or it's totally the cannon, right? He has an Oseram cabin here. Load ammo from a nearby pile, which is right there. So hold L2 and R2.
Put you in your grave.
Oh, nope, that was. Hold up. I missed something there. That's the attack. That's not what I want to do. It's okay. And there's nothing left in it. Okay, now I see. You just aim up. And now we're fully charged? Yeah. And then you release. And then you do that same thing. And you release. Okay, I got you. Interesting. I think I can put this back on the table, so you're just gonna have to pick it up yourself there. Oh, that almost worked. Okay. Anyway, good to meet you, Petra. I'm gonna assume we have to go talk to these guys over here now. How about you?
Geneva. They called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Okay, and then what about you? You one of the prisoners? Former prisoners, I guess, at this point?
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
It's definitely shaping up to be a final battle type of situation here. Alright, who else are we supposed to talk to here? A couple people on the walls. I don't know if I need to talk to them. Oh, guy over here. Teb. Isn't he the guy we saw at the Nora? He totally is. The merchant. Former merchant.
I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Khan Tadish once again leads the Hunter's Lodge. I could not ask for a more noble.
Okay, so that was all the preparations. That's all these guys.
Watch out
Okay.
for the Atheron merchants. They'll assume Chi-Chi was looking.
Okay, so 2 would be the Spire. Oh, hell, how did I even miss that? Okay, yeah, big giant spire in the middle of the landscape there. Question is, how do I get up there? Be funny if I get attacked by a stalker now and die, right? Although with the new armor, I'd be able to tank quite a few hits before that happens, I think. Oh, another damaged file repaired. Let's see what we got. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. Gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wavers as a treat, and I kicked him out. But not before he invited me some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously. So there is enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out there to G Prime for final inspection with Harris and President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting, couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harry stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, so the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't blue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of the Magellan, but it starts death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All that work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. An advanced element of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units into the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to go back to Zero Dawn. Wow. Seems like they really just halfway made it. Or barely made it, like, by the skin of their teeth there. Alright, so how do we get up the spire? I don't think we've been up the spire before. There's got to be a way up, though. And we went down this way. Remember, there was the estate here. Maybe the estate guards the entrance? Kind of seems like it might have that kind of look. It's still a mess, though. They haven't cleaned this up yet? I mean, does the estate lead into it, or is it something else? There's got to be a nice, easy way to get there. Thought I heard a machine there, but that was not the machine. It's some other kind of thumping. Okay, we'll go out this entrance and see if there's another way around. Guess I can look at the map too. Okay, what does the map say? The map says no. The map says we need to go around. Okay, so we go through the estate again. Go at the other side and turn right. The estate itself doesn't lead anywhere. Those are probably war drums. That would actually make total sense if those are war drums. Just a boar running through. We still haven't found a raccoon or a fish. I'm not even sure those are our final upgrades either. Those might actually be on the level 2 upgrades. Okay, exiting the estates. And then there's a little ways out past this mark, and then we should see a road to the right. I do not see, actually. Oh, here we go. Okay. And over this way, there should be a path up or something. A way to climb. Something's got to be over here. There are stairs. Okay. So, yes, there's actually a path. And it looks like something we could climb as well. But it looks like we just take the stairs all the way up and we'll be totally fine. There might actually be stairs all the way up. Which would make sense. I mean, the spire's got to be... It's got to be accessible. It is, after all, a holy site because of, you know, what Gaia did. Alright, rotate all around. Yeah, I think there are actually stairs all the way up. Talk about your 1,000 steps. That's a Skyrim reference. Hello?
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Okay, that's cool. That'll be nice to have her here. Okay, so we should be getting to the point where we're looking at our defenses here. I mean, there could be more people. Might just be more people over here. Okay, so yeah, now we're in the area. So there should be... Okay, one person over there. One person over there. Let's go and talk to them first, because they're closest, I guess.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Okay. She's just uncomfortable because she hasn't been outside the sacred land for who knows how long. Possibly forever. Very possibly.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
That's very sweet.
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
And then one more over here. We haven't actually seen Erend. We saw the Osseram, but we haven't seen him. He might actually be guarding the Sun King personally. That would make a lot of sense.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves...
Oh, here we go.
The Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Hey, Erend, can I talk to you?
Breaking. Every time's different.
Erend, there we go.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's... big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Alright, that's the preparations. It seems, I don't know, a little sparse to me. There's what, 4 Osseram here. 2 groups of 4 or 5 Nora. Protect the Spire? It seems like there'd be more. Kind of wish the Spire would help us transmit our destruction code to Hades, but that's totally not how this works. Alright, I mean, theoretically, we just, what do we just do? I guess we just attack Hades head on, or wait for him here. And then as he approaches the Spire, we stab him. And that'll make the deactivation code happen. And then we'll have, theoretically, all the time in the world to rebuild Gaia. And then she can start repopulating the Earth with all manner of creatures. Although, yeah, I don't know. Is there an although? Going down this way just because it looked like the way, but no, it's totally not the way, is it? And we could jump, but that would be really bad. I guess I could fast travel back to Meridian. Be the quickest way to make sure that we're actually doing what we need to be doing. Yeah, jump there. I don't know why I flagged it. After all this time playing, still misclicking every once in a while. It happens, it happens. It'd be interesting to have a ride, but I don't think... Well, we can always call a ride, right? We do have that ability now. Basically randomly override somebody or some creature, have it come towards us. So if we need a ride, we can get one. Right now, though, it's not necessary. Okay, so now let's go ahead and save the game. We got another journal repaired, so why don't we go look at the notebook. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harry's warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a bad house. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. It makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I abandoned the protocol sooner, necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. Genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so it's not even possible. Which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time with a young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harry's. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sakes. I'll go tell the others. And that's where they were right there, was Lighthouse. Okay. Make sure we save again just to make sure we're all set up. And then I guess we'll go ahead and rest. I have no idea what to expect in this battle, but I'm going to expect that it's pretty much going to take all the remaining... that's basically going to be it for the game. I'm locked out. How am I locked out? I mean, I can't get past these gates. I don't remember these gates being here before. Were they here before? Oh, yeah, because that's the arena. Okay, I need to go around. Okay. So I'm going to do... No. So basically we're just going to rest, and then it's going to be the big battle. So that's going to be next episode, because I can't imagine starting the battle now and then wrapping up in 9 minutes. I mean, maybe. It could happen. It could happen, but it seems unlikely. So we'll just go ahead and go here. It's funny everyone's just going about their business here. I think they would have locked down the town, put everyone in general quarters or something. Okay, so where the heck is our new apartment here? Excuse me, guys. Am I missing it? Where the heck is this thing? Okay, what if we go all the way around? It's funny, I don't know where the hell the apartment is. We were there, right? This is the one we had. Is it up? Oh, I'm not seeing it? No, because that's actually blocked off. In that direction. Keep passing the same merchants all over again. 40 away. 30 strides. Maybe this way? I mean, it seems to be up.
Boland's apartment. Feels... empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
There are a couple things unfinished. If we look at the quest list, we have the Trader's Bounty. He's been marked for death. Could do that. Where is that at? We look at the map. Oh, back here? Oh, right, because we need to talk to Vanasha. We'd have to trade out our armor, though, so we don't get spotted again. Because remember, we did escape from there. Right. I mean, the High Priest, would it be helpful? It could be. It could be. Okay, so let's change our outfit so we don't get spotted. Shadow Stalwart Light. Go over to the map. Then fast travel here. Hopefully we don't get into a fight, because I really want to test out the new armor, but... And I know we're like so close on the main quest, but I just want to do this side piece, just in case it gives us a benefit. I don't know if it will or not. But it seems like doing all the side quests would actually give us some kind of benefit during the final battle. Maybe I'm making stuff up. So I guess I kind of did things in the wrong order. If I wanted to make sure do this optimally, I would have gone here to make sure that I got the armor, and then go around and do all the side quests and exploration and collectible pieces. Kind of build up. And then once all of that was done, all the side quests were done, then I can go back. Yeah, so here we see a little bit of taste of what that would have been like. Would have been, okay, I'm at this point in the main quest where clearly it's going to be the end of the game. And then you go ahead and do all the side quests and explore around and do all that stuff. But it's okay. It all works out. Eventually, when it loads, it'll work out. It's going to get there. It's possible they didn't expect us to travel so far as back to Sunfall. Okay. So, Where's Vasha here?
We meet again.
She says we meet again. Where is she? I heard her.
The usurpers think nothing
Maybe she was talking to somebody else? There we go.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one.
She took away her veil.
I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
And her veil is still there.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible. But
I like her already.
So I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
Okay, so we should totally do this then.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edelman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
I meant to do that.
He knows he wants my guess.
I meant to do that one. For some reason it clicked over. That was weird.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the Green Climb. Good luck.
Okay, so let's head over.
Let's be generous.
Save again, just to make sure. But yeah, it seems like he's going to be useful to the fight, whatever that means. I don't know what that means exactly. We'll keep the mask on for a little while. Okay, now we're exiting Sunfall. Good to know. Oh, that's got to be the Green Climb up there. This might actually be real short. 3 dead trees. So that's obviously the way down. That might not be the Green Climb. Looks like we're going to be going around this mountain. Works for me. Okay, as soon as we get around here, that's a fox, not a raccoon, so not really worried about it. Okay, I mean, there will be machines around here, so we got to be careful. Any machines? No machines yet. A lot of red grass, but no machines. Okay, so time to switch. Go back to outfits. Go over here, Shield Weaver. All set up. Let's go. Just gotta book it. I mean, we could take a charger or something if we call for one. Discovered another campfire, huh? Kind of weird that we didn't do that before. Okay, hide out here. What do we got? What do we got? Another dust storm, but no machines, huh? Okay. Didn't mean to do the slide there. Oh, there we go. Those are the machines I'm worried about. Okay, so this isn't going to be as easy as I want it to be. Sliding over here. Alright, so this is where we'll pick up the next episodes. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm PC Universe, you're PC Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.